Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this week's episode, we'll tell you everything you need to know about historic London Town and Gardens, and we'll take a preview of National Night Out. But first, making headlines this week. This is not a prank, folks. The Lakeshore Fire Station is open for business. No, really.
No, really?
Maybe you're saying, hey, didn't you tell me this years ago? Yeah, we did.
We did.
After all kinds of construction delays and fits and starts over the years, the new station on Mountain Road is finally complete.
What we are sitting in today is a concrete example of incredible progress for our public safety departments. The new volunteer station for Lake Shore has been a decade in the making, as I said. And we've had 3 groundbreakings that I can remember. We broke ground, then we broke ground again, then we broke ground again, then we said we were going to open it, so we had a ribbon cutting, and then we said we were going to open it again. But it's finally here. A lot of unforeseen delays along the way, but this is absolutely a tremendous asset for Pasadena.
The station was originally set to start construction a decade ago, but the recession put that on the back burner. Now you could tell how excited the community was to get this facility in service because the engine bay and the parking lot were bursting at the seams. The whole thing had Volunteer Chief Timothy Hall choked up.
I must admit, it was bittersweet leaving the old 4498 station. But we look forward to the future of our new home. From the old station, we continue to raise funds to purchase new equipment and apparatus. We will continue to serve the community with as much dedication in this sport as we have in the past. As members of this company, we have sworn to uphold our Constitution and to serve and shall follow those pledges to the end. I would like to congratulate our career firefighters and EMS personnel stationed at Lake Shore as they move from the old building into the facility. I'd like to thank Captain Savak for all his assistance in the move, and I'm confident we can continue to work in harmony. I'd like to thank the County Executive Steve Shue and the Anne Arundel County Fire Department Chief Alan Graves for honoring our desire to share this facility as volunteers as we look forward to serve the community as we have served in the past 74 years.
There was also a special moment when founding father and life member John Rothnell rang the bell for the first time to officially put the station into service. Congratulations to everyone in Lake Shore on your shiny new fire station. What do you think will be the first meal cooked in that kitchen?
Oh man.
Talking ribs?
What's a classic
good
firefighter?
steak?
Well, there's
Chili.
pit beef.
Pit beef?
There's always pit beef. But I think, the first thing is probably going to be like some mac and cheese.
I was going to say a nice
Because,
salad.
when you're a firefighter, you need something fast that you can throw in the microwave.
No, sometimes they have like a nice big family style meal. So I'm thinking ribs.
Why are you talking about food making me hungry already?
I don't know, because I'm hungry too.
Are you hungry? All right, we're going to do the show next week because we're hungry.
Sorry.
We're going to go
Peace
now.
out, everybody.
We're hungry. Well, last week we previewed Annapolis Rising, a special tribute to the victims and survivors at the Capital newspaper, and the Annapolis Sailors Triathlon, which featured Mayor Gavin Buckley, County Executive Steve Shue, and Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford. Take a look at how the race went down.
Wow.
How awesome are those shots,
Pretty
Kristin?
cool, man.
How
Love
about
it.
that drone, man?
That's awesome.
Nice job by Chris McCauley and Dale Boyer on that piece. They got up at 5 a.m. for us.
Better than I.
I know, right? I was sleeping. Of course, you can watch the entire video on Facebook or YouTube. Now, it looks pretty easy, right, Kristin? You could do that.
I did it backwards. That's why you didn't catch any footage of me, because I was doing it backwards.
You were so fast
I was
that
so
they
fast.
couldn't even catch it with you with the not
Where'd
enough
she go?
frames per second.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all that rain we had last week meant a lot of cleanup for our crews. The Bobcats and volunteers were out in full force to remove tons of storm debris that washed down from the Susquehanna River. In fact, we had a small army of volunteers, equipment from DPW road operations, contractors, and dumpsters to get all the debris removed. Here's some footage from Channel 2 of City Dock in Annapolis. Wow, can you believe all this, Dave?
I cannot believe it.
When's the last time we saw the dock like this?
Well, I was going to say, actually, I can believe it because it happened, what was it? It was a while ago, but was it
2010?
Hurricane Irene?
That sounds about right.
It was a tropical storm.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it wasn't City Dock. I don't think the debris was at City Dock. It was like Fort Smallwood Park and Downs Park like we have now. You know, they're up on the northern tip, so they get a lot of the stuff as it's going down into the bay. But, you know, we'll get it all cleaned up.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And it's really important to also mention, I think we were talking about this with Eric last week, about if you're trying to go out and boat, it's really messy right now, and they actually recommend that you not while this is happening, and also until cleanup is finished, about not swimming in the water.
Not swimming.
Yeah.
So of course I'm that person where I'm like,
no, don't be that person.
Right. And by the way, I have started the operation for our next show to make sure we cover this topic.
Yeah.
But so I was like, oh, whatever. And I went swimming. It was okay. I was in the window. I was all right. But then one of my neighbors from Pasadena posted she slipped and hit her hand on the pylon getting ready to go out and went out anyway. And she got some sort of thing and her hand is like this big. So Miss Kathy, we're pulling for you.
Please feel
we're
better,
glad
Kathy.
they didn't have to take the hand off.
Yeah, and it's always good to stay up to date. I know that the Office of Emergency Management and also Rec and Parks, I believe, is keeping everyone up to date. You can sign up for alerts. Just go to the county website
and the
you'll
health
find
department.
it. The health department.
But the rule of thumb is for every half inch of rain, no swimming for 48 hours. I don't like that. I know, it's a long time to wait.
But particularly right
now.
now.
The sun comes out and you're like, oh, I want to go swimming. No. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we will talk to Lauren Silberman from Historic London Town and Gardens. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
Well, welcome back. Joining us in the studio, we're delighted to have Miss Lauren Silberman from London Town, historic London Town and Gardens. Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
How are you doing, Lauren?
I'm doing great. How are you both?
Good. I already messed up the name. We're already just like a minute into the interview, and we were talking off
London
air.
Space Town,
London Space
no
Town. Some people use an E. Some people put it all together.
That would be wrong.
What is London Town?
Tell us about London Town.
Well, Historic London Town and Gardens is a museum and gardens right on the South River in Edgewater. It's a gorgeous place. I mean,
really is.
Talking about it is so hard to explain just how beautiful of a place this is. And it's a really fascinating place because it's where we are telling the story of this lost colonial port town called London. So that's where that name is coming out of.
Okay.
As well as we also have about 10 acres of woodland and ornamental gardens. And what I generally tell people with that is just to go get lost in them. We're on a peninsula, so you
Gardens
can
are
get
gorgeous.
Oh, they're delightful, and all throughout the year. I mean, even if you were coming in February, one of the collections that we're known for are cold hardy camellias. There's always something in bloom right now.
And real quick, how is the town lost?
So that's
What
a great
happened?
question. So London Town was founded back in 1683, and it was a port town, as I said, just right on the South River. So that's why any of this existed. We're on what was known as the King's Highway. That's basically the 95 of the colonial period. So if you were going from, I don't know, Philadelphia to Williamsburg, you were coming through London Town. But times change, lots of things happen. Travel routes change, wars happen, markets change. Baltimore starts coming up in prominence, and all of those things sort of contribute to the downfall of London Town. So it goes from being this very bustling town in the late 17th and 18th centuries to being really a rural sort of farmland area.
So interesting to imagine
Yes. And
about how prominent it was, and now compared to, like you're saying, on a Baltimore level. That's
and now
I'm
it's
kind of glad it wasn't a tsunami, though.
yeah.
And the reason any of it still exists at all is because one of the buildings that was there during the colonial period, the William Brown House, which was built around 1760 as a tavern and a boarding house, went on to become Anne Arundel County's almshouse, which is a home for people who are poor, unable to take care of themselves, and remained such all the way up through 1965. And so that's when the county comes in and takes over the site, and it becomes a park. And then starting in the 90s is when the London Town Foundation starts operating on behalf of the county. We have an agreement with them. And now we have the museum and the gardens and all the great programs and the school tours. And it's just a fun place to bring your family and dogs, by the way, I should point out. We are leashed pet friendly.
We love bringing our dogs places too, don't we, Dave?
Our dogs.
Oh, well, I mean, my parents' dog. But your dog,
My dogs.
parents' dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you raise a good point about being family friendly and your amazing programs that you have throughout the year. And this particular season, one thing that you're known for are your summer concerts. So
Yes.
talk to us about that.
Oh, yes. We actually just kicked off last Sunday. We had the Eastport Oyster Boys, and
Love
it
them.
was a dog night, actually. Dogwood Acres Pet Retreat is one of our sponsors, and we also had a senior dog sanctuary there as well. And lots of people bring their dogs, and you can throughout the whole series, because it's going to continue each Sunday evening through the month of August. This Sunday, for example, is our family night. So we have the band Milkshake coming from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, I love milkshakes.
So it's going to be just from 5 to 6 this one evening. The rest of them are 5 to 7. They are free, though we do like to get some donations. It helps cover the cost of everything,
Yes.
so thank you. And again, bring your family, bring your pets. We have food trucks that come out.
Food
We love
trucks,
food trucks.
Kristen.
Yes,
Love food
so
trucks.
good.
Yes.
We have a bar that we run that's a little fundraiser as well for London Town.
That's smart.
So it's a lot of good stuff. And that's not the only big family program we're doing this month. Because not this weekend, but the next weekend, the 11th and 12th, we have our big Scottish weekend that
Ooh.
we just piloted last year. And it was such a big success. We're bringing it back. This is one of our living history weekends. We do them almost every month. And so we're going to bring in a lot of different groups. There'll be musketry and sword fighting demos. The Devil's Tailors are going to be performing on Saturday.
That sounds awesome.
Booze.
Yes, there will definitely be, because we're kicking off the whole weekend on Friday, the 10th, with a Scotch tasting. Because, of course,
We must taste it.
We should probably
Does
cover this.
Does Will have a kilt?
Yes, he does.
Of course.
So we should probably cover this and make Will
And dogs.
our personal correspondent.
Yes.
I like
yes,
this.
Will. We
I
need
like
you to
this.
go out there and tell us what's up.
We're bringing you in.
Well, I have to mention that you guys are really good at social media.
thank
You
you.
do
Dave
a
loves
great
somebody
job.
that's good at social
yes,
media.
I really appreciate people who know what they're doing on social
Yes.
media.
Oh,
Tell
that's
us
so
a little bit
kind.
about sort of what you do and what you're, real quick, without the people that don't care about what we care about. Just give us an overview of what social media you have.
Sure. So we have a pretty active Facebook page, and as well as an Instagram. We're at Historic London Town for both of those. You can also sign up for, we do a monthly program update newsletter, we do a seasonal What's in Bloom, as well as a monthly behind the scenes. So we look at something kind of interesting and cool and dig a little deeper on that.
You do cool little video snippets.
We
and,
try
like,
to,
stuff like
yes.
that.
We try to do Facebook Live at some of
Yeah.
our events. We do a host of different videos throughout the site, moments of zen when it's, just did one the other week after all the rain we were having, just being out in the gardens, and so that was fun
Very
to do.
clever.
I was going to say, your Instagram must be fantastic and changing with the gardens.
Yes,
so I will definitely
all
have
the
to follow
time.
that.
Yes, it is so true. There's so many things, so many just like snippets that even if you come one week and then come the next week, you're going to see something completely different and bloom and happening. So it's always sort of an interesting place. So our problem is that we have a lot of content, so trying to figure out when to schedule all of it and still have room for those instantaneous like surprises you come across. And we're not a big staff, we're around 10 people roughly, so finding the time with everybody to make sure that we're getting all of this information out to people and engaging with them, hopefully.
Well, you look like a staff of 100 when you do.
See,
Thank you.
Look at that.
Oh, that's very kind.
And it's a great problem to have, too much content.
Yes.
So that's
definitely.
That's fantastic. And your role as deputy director, are you doing much with the social media yourself?
Yes, that's actually, so what I oversee our marketing and communications. So social media does fall under my portfolio, although it is a team effort because everybody's bringing in
Of course,
really
you
good
barely
stuff.
have anything to do with it, we're sure.
Oh, that's kind. And then I also oversee our fundraising efforts and our membership as well. So that's, and try to sneak in some institutional development where I can. So, because we've got a big strategic plan. We've got big things happening over the next decade. So keep an eye on London Town.
Exciting.
Yes.
And we should mention, we love to talk about weddings all the time.
Yes.
I am now 60 days out from my wedding, so that's very exciting.
Oh my goodness.
And
that
I'm
is
about
awesome.
that
Yes.
past mine.
And she's becoming an old lady, and
Hey.
she's trying to work on getting that dog now. But you can have your wedding at London Town, right?
Definitely can have a wedding at London Town. Although if you're thinking about it, book as soon as possible because we're already booking up all of our prime Saturdays in 2019.
have a lot of events.
Yeah, I learned
We have
that.
a lot of events, but we have a great website. It's londontownweddings.com, and that's going to give you all of the information. There's a virtual brochure right on there. You can get in touch with Kira, who's in charge of all of our weddings and rentals, and she is phenomenal.
And 2019's almost booked.
It's getting pretty close.
Wow.
So
Better
if you're
get on it,
looking,
people.
you better get on it very
Yeah.
quickly. And but come out, take a look at the site. Again, being in the ornamental gardens, having that view of the South River. We also have a big tent, and a pavilion. So there's a little bit of everything, regardless of what the weather is.
Right. What's your wedding
but-
season? Because we were talking about how all throughout the year your gardens, there's an interesting take no matter what time of year. When are you really looking to book the weddings? From particular months?
The season has been extending. So right now it's really going sort of mid-April through, well, I would say mid-October, but I think we even have a November wedding. So this year, so
It
that's
looks beautiful in the snow.
It does.
I actually
yes.
have a picture of the house
Oh,
covered in snow
Oh,
that we use
really?
all the time. That is one of our
sounds beautiful.
favorites.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I love winter
fantastic.
weddings, and I went to an outdoor November wedding last year.
Oh,
So
really?
that's what I was
That's
wondering,
great.
just because people like to, the trendy thing now is to have the basket with the blankets. So when your guests walk in, and we sat on hay bales.
Oh,
and
cool.
It was a really neat outdoor wedding. So
Oh, that sounds fabulous.
You are way too knowledgeable about this.
I was on Pinterest a whole bunch last year.
Baltimore Bride.
I'm surprised you aren't right now.
I know exactly what I need to know.
Okay. So you mentioned the wedding website, which is LondonTownWeddings. Did you say .org?
The weddings one is londontownweddings.com.
.com.
But
No
the
E.
museum, that
No
is
E.
so
No
true.
E.
Oh my God.
And all
no
one
E.
word,
All one
London Town
word.
Weddings when you're searching.
London Town Weddings.
And then if you're looking for information about the museum and the gardens, that's historiclondontown.org. nationalnightout.org.
There
So
we go.
that's going for all of our programs. If you want to become a member,
Yes.
please do.
Should.
And, or if you're looking to book a school tour, bring a volunteer group out, there's lots of different ways to get engaged.
And I'm sure that there's other events that people book there too besides weddings, like maybe big birthday parties, anniversaries.
Baby showers.
Baby showers. That's a good one too.
Corporate events will be held in the pavilion, so all sorts of options there.
Really great.
Awesome.
Well, Lauren, it sounds like you have an exciting year coming up, so you'll have to come back and tell us about your developments over there.
Thank you.
And what a cool job you have. What a cool
Thank you.
spot. That's really cool. So we want to encourage people out there to make sure you hop on Facebook and Instagram and follow London Town, especially that Instagram, because that sounds really
We
neat.
got a lot
I
of great
wanna see that,
pictures.
Yeah. And we'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. National Night Out is coming up this week in every corner of the county. Michelle Corkadel has more from Crofton. Michelle?
Hey guys, I happened to run in to a few of the residents here who are very excited about attending the National Night Out. Thanks for joining us for a couple seconds here, guys.
My name's Jaden.
My name is Jeremiah.
So tell us, National Night Out is this opportunity to for the community to come out and say, we want a healthy community. We want a community where we can be safe and hang out together and have an opportunity to share our concerns as well as celebrate and stand united as a community. Can you share with me a little bit of what you're looking forward to?
Oh, I mean, I'm really looking forward to, you feel me, a nice more cleanup in the neighborhood, because there's a lot of trash that I see out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like plastic, a whole bunch of stuff out here, cigarettes, you feel what I'm saying? Stuff that's just out here in the road and it needs to be cleaned up, you feel what I'm saying? And we just need to keep the neighborhood clean. I love the library too. I love the library. I always come here and spend my time at the library. I can't wait to spend time with you guys at, what is this called again?
National Night Out.
National Night Out.
That's okay. So that means you guys hang out at the teen center, right? Here at the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember ribbon cutting that, but you're absolutely correct about beautification. A well-kept community is one that naturally says, hey, we're a community that cares.
Right.
I feel like we spend a lot of time at the library, going in the teen section, just getting my work done. So, I mean, like, this will be a nice night for everybody to just come out, feel safe, and everybody going to be good. Like,
Right.
feel me? So, yeah, but, shout out Crofton. We doing
Crofton.
big things, man.
I mean, we all kind of like, most people that you see around here, we kind of grew up around here. Like, so everybody's really cool around here. We all get along around here. We all come to the library sometime, and sometimes we do get kicked out because we be a little bit hyped, but yeah.
Hey, also, shout out to the library for putting the snack machine in there, the drink machine, so, we could get some
Get
food.
some snacks.
Get some snacks
Yeah.
when we come in there, you feel me? Well, other than that, I hope y'all have a nice
And the
day.
charger stand, too. The charger stand was the thing. Now I can plug my phone up when it's raining outside and I can't get home.
So these are the types of things that make a community spectacular, make a community safe, and that's to the hard work of you guys. So I want to personally, on behalf of the county executive, thank the both of you for caring about your community and being willing to be a part of that community and participate in it. Thanks again, guys. Greatly appreciate it. So we'll see you on Tuesday, August the 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, back to you guys.
Thanks, Michelle. For all the details of where and when you can participate in National Night Out, go to our website, aacounty.org, and click on the spotlight. It's a really great event. Are you going to be out?
I'll be there. I love how every year we try to hit every single one.
Which ones are you going to this year?
I don't know, but hitting every single one is not easy.
It's hard in a 3-hour
Like getting
time.
from Brooklyn Park to Deal.
Yeah.
Takes a little Shadyside. Excuse me. Do not kill me, people. I know the difference between Shadyside and Deal. All right, I just
Lula
don't.
G. Scott Community Center.
Exactly.
I'll be up-
Mr. Mohan will not be happy if we skip
No.
Shadyside. Mr. Mohan will be calling me up.
Maybe I won't tell you where I'm going to be then.
Where are you going to be? Please tell me,
I
Kristin.
don't want you to have to make special arrangements.
Where are you going to be?
Brooklyn Park.
Sweet. I'll be in Brooklyn Park.
Yes.
Boom.
Brooklyn Park's the best one.
Don't tell Mohan.
I'm just saying that because
No,
I'm
I
gonna-
will try to get to Shadyside, but it's hard.
I know. I was going to say, if you have to definitely go to the Shady Side one, I'm not going to see you.
Well,
at
there's
Brooklyn
there's
Park.
Crofton and there's
Or
what's the
at
other
Early
one?
Heights.
Early Heights,
Early Heights,
exactly. So
Crofton,
there's a lot
Brooklyn
of spots.
Park.
We don't have a favorite, right? Because that wouldn't be right.
Brooklyn Park.
So, Kristin, here we are. We've made it 3/4 of the way through summer, or
Why is
2/3.
it already August?
I know, right?
You have a very big month next month.
I was trying to do the math. I know. I was trying to do the math as
Where are
to.
you going?
I don't know. I was trying to do the math as to how many episodes we've done in this current iteration of the show. So what week is this in the year? It's 8 times 4, right? 32. So 32.
31? 31.
So 31. Thank God we
Thanks,
can cheat.
Chuck.
So that's 31 for this year, and then there's 52. So 52 times 3, that's 156. And then what was the number you had? 31?
31.
So what's that?
187?
187 episodes. We're
Jeez.
coming up on 200 episodes.
Jeez.
So we got to make sure we let everybody know. How
200
about that?
episode, we need to have a party. Maybe at London Town Historic Gardens.
Yeah, maybe some pizza.
Yeah, maybe.
What's
That-
the good pizza? We can't. Never
No,
mind.
we can't say all the Anne Arundel County pizza's good.
I wonder if you can see my neighborhood from London Town over the water.
I see London Town, I see France.
I see London Town from here.
Yeah.
Not Russia. You can't see Russia from there.
No,
No.
no,
No, you can't.
no. So Conowingo, since we were talking about it,
Conowingo.
it's fun to say.
We need to get some shovels and go up there and
Interesting
start
name.
digging that thing out.
If you had a dam and you got to name it, what would you name it?
Conowingo. Matter of fact, I think I'd like to name my first child Conowingo.
I think I'd go with
Conowingo Abrams.
Winga Congo.
Short for that is Wingo.
Wingo. Wingo.
Not like Ringo, but you have an accent. Wingo.
We have gone off the rails.
What a great show today. We have had a great show today, everybody.
It's that summer. I don't even know. We've gone on vacay.
It's kind of hot in the studio.
We're a little crazy.
Somebody needs to turn the AC on, but we'll get it all worked out. I'm sure you guys don't mind.
No.
We usually do this flawlessly.
Yeah. I would like to give a shout out
Oh, shout outs.
to my now lost Orioles brethren.
See, I wasn't going to bring it up because I thought
I'll
you'd
bring
get
it up.
upset.
I'll bring it up. I'm sad.
All your
and
buddies
it's
are
okay
gone.
to be sad. Listen out there.
Don't worry, you still have Adam Jones and Chris Davis, so you're
I
good.
know. We still have Adam Jones. I know. Yes, I know we still have Chris Davis, but I don't even count him. I know.
You don't count him. You're paying him like $100 million.
I know we're rebuilding. It doesn't mean I don't get to be sad. I'm sad.
Okay.
And that's how I feel.
Okay.
It's going to be a rough next couple of years, if you ask me.
Well, we were talking about this, so I'm kind of a Nats person, so I feel like I could be in the same situation next year
Yeah.
if Bryce Harper leaves.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, the Nats might be okay without Bryce Harper, but they better get it done this year, or else
Yep.
there's going to be some changes. But don't worry, football training camp started.
There's no
so
crying in baseball.
that's right. RG3 is going to be starting quarterback for the Ravens.
He's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's
you
not.
watch. You
Not
watch.
happening.
That wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by simply searching for Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.